Hi, it's Bud Wilkinson. This time on Ride Connecticut, it's the story of a Mazda Miata, not unlike this one, that has such a high figure on its odometer that a local dealership has decided to turn it into a piece of showroom artwork. They look identical at quick glance. Bright red Mazda Miata sports cars. One's a 2012, the other's a 2010. Paul Burinskas of Burlington, Connecticut, traded for the newer one 6 months ago, but not before putting nearly 376,000 miles on the 2010 model. An astounding total.
I teach at Southern and the University of Hartford. So I'm going to New Haven, I'm going into Hartford, and I love pleasure driving as well.
What the modern Mazda dealership in Thomaston did with Burinskas' trade-in is the other half of the story. It turned it into a showroom display, a piece of automotive artwork.
Just seeing the Miata and the condition that it's in and knowing the history of the car and seeing Paul in for service, every regular maintenance, we just said, you know, it's something that we got to show off. We got to show to the Mazda customers and show what these cars are capable of and the mileage that they get.
I love it. When I have the 2012 service, I feel like a movie star. I feel like I'm some kind of celebrity coming in, like, that's my car in the showroom. And it's kind of a kick, as I think it would be for anybody.
Burinskas got lucky in finding a 2-year newer Miata with only 7,000 miles. The store bought it from a couple who were moving away.
The car just happened to present itself to the dealer. It's almost a miracle. They came in and said, we're relocating, we want to sell. I looked at the car, and I knew I wanted that car.
Mazda introduced its 2-seat Miata sports car in 1989 for the 1990 model year, and it was an instant hit. His current third-generation NC model is Burinskas' fourth Miata.
They handle well, they're extremely reliable, they're fun, and because they don't break down a lot and they're not really an exotic sports car, they're reasonable to own. They're a really good deal to have a lot of fun, a sports car feel, great cornering, that's what they're known for, and modest cost to drive.
Burinskas drove his 2010 Miata through winters, which also helps explain its high mileage figure.
I have my top down every month of the year. In February it gets really dicey, but if I get above 35, the top goes down.
What a surprise. I mean, especially being a Miata in New England, which typically is only driven on the summer months or the fall or even on the weekends. But to have a Miata come in with that many miles was just impressive to see him driving it all year round, putting winter tires on it, and just fighting the New England weathers with it. It was amazing.
Except for different trim and a few exterior tweaks, Burinskas' 2012 Miata isn't really different from his 2010. Both have automatic transmissions. Did his neighbors notice when he traded?
That's a really good question. Only one. She's 90 years old, and she said, there's something different about your car. Every other neighbor, not a word. But she knew something. She said it looks lower, and I think that's because the front has a little spoiler, and the 2010 doesn't, and the back is blown out just a little with a little back piece. But she was astute enough to know that.
That's Ride Connecticut. I'm Bud Wilkinson, and don't forget, please subscribe to Ride Connecticut's YouTube channel.